Greetings everyone and welcome to Coffee Black, where the Voyager adventures continue on YouTube. I'm your host, Captain G, and this is the channel where we talk anything and everything Star Trek Voyager related, from news, reviews, and more. So with it being October and Halloween's just around the corner, I thought I'd do a breakdown of 13 spooky Star Trek Voyager episodes. Starting at number 13, we have Season 4, Episode 20's Scientific Method. In this episode, the Voyager crew is being observed by an unknown entity. As time goes on in the episode, we learn that aliens are secretly experimenting on the members of the crew. This leads to several biochemical changes to members of the crew, including Chakotay and Neelix, both of which were disfigured and mangled as a result. The ominous buildup and the mystery behind what was happening to the Voyager crew is why this episode makes the Halloween list. Number 12, we have Season 4, Episode 5, Revulsion. The actor Leland Orser played a holographic program that was basically made for cleaning and maintenance, but eventually goes psychotic and kills all the members of his crew. His performance in this episode was very eerie, very scary, and he did an incredible job of making this character very scary. So overall, the general theme of the episode and his performance are why this makes the Halloween list. At number 11, we have Season 3, Episode 18, Darkling. In this episode, the Doctor decides to alter personalities within his program using the personalities of several famous characters throughout history. This results in a Dr. Jekyll versus Mr. Hyde scenario where an alternate version of the Doctor takes over the program. And I just have to say that the performance by Robert Picardo in this episode was fantastic. The dark version of the Doctor was very unsettling and very creepy. And at number 10, we have Season 4, Episode 12, Waking Moments. Waking Moments was especially cool because the Voyager crew could not get any sleep safely, because if they went to sleep, alien beings that were also asleep would enter into their dreams and use this method to control the Voyager crew and take them captive. This episode in particular definitely had a small Nightmare on Elm Street type of vibe. Next at number 9, we have the two-parter, Season 3 finale and Season 4 premiere, Scorpion. This episode in general was pretty fantastic because you already had the Borg making their appearance, which there was already a successful buildup of anticipation because the Borg were appearing. But the episodes also had an introduction of a new alien species, Species 8472. And I think the introduction and buildup to those characters was very, very creepy. And let's not forget the away team mission on the damaged Borg vessel that led us to a pile of dismembered Borg bodies. And at number 8, we have Season 2, Episode 15, Threshold. Now, this episode is already infamous among Voyager fans because of the salamanders at the end. But in fact, this episode is actually very similar to the old school monster movies of the 1930s. You have Tom Paris, who actually dies, then comes back to life, and his body continues to alter until it reaches a final creepy form. And let's not forget the scene where he literally pulls out his own tongue. At number 7, we have Season 4, Episode 15, Prey. In this episode, Species 8472 is being hunted by the Hirogen and ends up killing all the Hirogen before finding its way onto Voyager. The Hirogen then try to hunt species 8472 on board Voyager. There's a whole lot of really cool build-up in this episode and a lot of creepy turns around the dark corridors, so that is why this episode makes the list. At number 6, we have Season 7, Episode 4, Repression. This episode in particular has an old-school mystery type of vibe where Tuvok is trying to discover who is responsible for attacks among members of the crew, all of which are former Maquis. It isn't until later that he finds out in the shocking revelation that he is in fact the person attacking the members of the Maquis after being brainwashed by a former Maquis member who is trying to bring back the Maquis rebellion. And at number 5, we have Season 2, Episode 8, Persistence of Vision. In this episode, we have characters from the holodeck essentially haunting Janeway. It was very well done, very creepy, and it had a great overall ghost-like theme throughout the episode. Eventually, other members of the crew end up hallucinating and seeing things that aren't there, all of which consume them and basically put them in a catatonic state. Eventually, they do stop the character responsible for the psychic attacks, until he eventually vanishes, revealing that he was never physically there at all. And now we're into the final 4, and at number 4 we have Season 3, Episode 12, Macrocosm. This episode had a very awesome theme that highlighted Janeway's knowledge and ability of Voyager as she would go through the dark corridors trying to discover what happened to the Voyager crew, and of course fighting giant germs along the way. This had a very aliens type of vibe about this episode, and that is why it makes the top 4. At number 3, we have Season 2, Episode 23, The Thaw. If creepy alien clowns weren't enough, you had the incredible performance by Michael McKean as the literal embodiment of fear itself. This was a really odd episode that I think a lot of people aren't huge fans of, but I think that's part of why I like it and why it's part of this list as a whole. Having that massive showdown between Janeway and the embodiment of fear also really makes this one of my all-time favorite episodes as well. And at number 2, we have a very obvious one, Season 6, Episode 25, The Haunting of Deck 12. In this episode, we literally have a campfire ghost story type of situation, and Neelix basically tells a story about an alien entity that is being kept on board Voyager. And finally, at number 1, Season 5, Episode 20, Juggernaut. This episode had a very scary theme as the Voyager crew members try to assist Malon engineers aboard a Malon freighter. The Malon eventually revealed that they believe a creature is on board their ship and causing all the dangerous issues that are happening. The pacing of the episode does a really good job of building up anticipation until you finally see the end result and the cause for all the damage on board the ship. And there you have it. That's all the episodes I have in my top 13 slots for the most scary Voyager episodes, just in time for Halloween. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more Voyager-related content. You can also go to X, formerly known as Twitter, at CoffeeBlackVoid, and follow our page on Facebook as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Live long and prosper.